What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Just One More Game. Today we are doing or I should say we're playing the Resident Evil 3 demo. I am super excited for this. Resident Evil 2 Remake was obviously one of my favorite games of last year, and I'm very excited to play 3. We'll probably have some Project Resistance beta gameplay as well, in my impressions. But let's get started here. First of all, I mean, the graphics absolutely look incredible. I mean, it's the Resident Evil engine, same engine for 2 and Resident Evil 7. So it looks absolutely fantastic.
It's Jill.
Nice to meet you, Jill. I am UBCS.
No, just a couple of people on the train. So I'll be honest, I played a little bit of Resident Evil 3. I believe on the GameCube. I didn't get too far in it. My love for Resident Evil really didn't start until 4. And then I played just about every game since then. Except for 6, because 6 is trash.
My platoon has suffered serious losses. Just keeping them alive is more than I can manage.
Well, you can thank your corporate
So I'm not super familiar with every character, obviously. Jill is the main protagonist. I don't know if you play as anybody else, like you did with Resident Evil 2 with Leon and Claire. I should probably know this, but oh well.
We need help. My men cannot do this alone.
All right. I'm in. But I am on their side, not yours.
Oh, hey. It's cool. We all want the same thing.
Thank you, Jill.
All right, Super Cop. Here you go. We can use this to stay in contact.
I know what a radio is.
Of course, the very snarky comments you're used to in Resident Evil. So gameplay is pretty much exactly the same, which is great because Resident Evil 2 controlled wonderfully, obviously compared to previous Resident Evils. Even so, you know, like it's better than 4 and 5 because you can actually move around and shoot, which is cool. So here I'm just trying to get used to the controls and kind of start exploring a little bit as well. But yeah, the game is absolutely beautiful. I do kind of wish run was on the left bumper. I feel like that's a little bit more intuitive, but what can you do? I really do like just the destruction that goes on in this city. It's pretty nice looking.
Topside yet?
Working on it. So what's the plan?
The old tanks got me clearing the tracks. You mind getting the subway infrastructure back online?
And how do I do that?
Let's start by restoring power. I'll navigate you to the substation once you hit the main road.
Copy that. Let's do this fast.
So obviously everything you can expect from a typical Resident Evil. Herbs, gunpowder, all that good stuff. It's all back. Combining items to make more powerful items and more powerful herbs. Oh yeah, there's a dodge mechanic, which is pretty awesome. It definitely comes in handy. I wish it was in Resident Evil 2. I was just kind of playing with it a little bit, but yeah, I wish it was in Resident Evil 2. But yeah, it definitely comes in handy in 3, and I can see why, because the enemies are quite fast coming up. And little Baba Hood's back. I only found one in the demo. I think there's like 20. So, just doing typical exploring. I had just got done playing Ori and the Will of the Wisps, and yeah, you do a lot of exploring in that game. And obviously, 3 takes place like in between, like it overlaps with 2, so the city is still kind of new to the virus, new to zombies. So I imagine you'll probably encounter a decent amount of survivors. Gameplay's just about exactly the same as 2. I mean, the zombies are relentless. They're very hard to take down. You're going to need multiple headshots to actually take them down. You can wound them. You can shoot their legs. But yeah, they're very... It's not technically... It's not easy. Which is great, because I mean, that's kind of what you want from like a Resident Evil game. Yeah, and then once you get past, plus 1 zombie, 2, 3, like it gets kind of difficult. I mean, you really have to aim. And of course, you want to make sure you're double tapping, because zombies can come back to life. They can and they will. And I just love the fact that there's no HUD. I mean, it's just all screen. It's great. Ever since games started doing that, like back from like the original Dead Space, if you remember, they had like the health on Isaac's back, which is really cool. Not so much here, but as far as like seeing your health, but it's nice that it's just all screen. Trying to knife him through the fence, but it clearly did not work. And I honestly can't remember from 2 if you did more of like a slash a la Resident Evil 4 or 5. This one is definitely more of a stab than anything.
Carlos, I've reached the main avenue. Which way do I go?
See a big transmission tower? That's the substation. You'll have to circle around through an alley to your right to get there.
You mean the alley that's on fire?
Maybe. Surely a tall drink of water like yourself.
And of course, puzzles are back as well.
Fuck you.
Very, very light puzzles, I would say, in the demo. I mean, there's not really any. It's just kind of a, you gotta find an item kind of thing. But
Gotta put this out.
glad to see that stuff back. And of course, more zombies. So since I didn't kill them, I'm assuming if I had, there wouldn't. Well, I don't know. I mean, I'm kind of glad I didn't, because I would have wasted my ammo. But it'd kind of be interesting to see if there were still 3 zombies. And aiming is not as easy as it seems. It's actually quite difficult. So here is interesting. So I actually double tap, then I didn't even notice that she got back up. So this is probably my biggest gripe of the demo in the game so far, is that I had a lot of trouble when the zombies closed in and it makes you tap the A button really quickly to escape. I'm not sure why I had so much trouble with it. Maybe my fingers weren't quick. I don't know. So yeah, like I mentioned before, once you get past 1 or 2 enemies, it gets a little difficult. You really have to make sure you're firing your shots correctly, make sure you're going for the head, making sure you're taking them out with the legs. So you can easily miss. And see, I went in for the knife, and again, I think I did okay with the A button there, but there's another point as well where, yeah. So I don't know what I was doing wrong necessarily. I don't know if I was just not pressing the button quick enough or what. I see there's an example of another one getting up. So yeah, I was just having a ton of difficulty right here. I'm not sure why. Because it doesn't give you a lot of time, which is understandable, but I felt like I was clicking the hell out of the button, so I don't know why I was struggling so bad. But just look at I just like love when you shoot them and their face falls apart. So I actually did die, which is kind of crazy for a demo, but it was good to know. So checkpoints are pretty nice. I mean, that's not too far back. I was a little bit smarter about the explosion this time as well. Making sure I'm taking them all out at the same time. So here's where I really just put in the dodge mechanic into place. See, she ended up getting me again. So at this point I was a little frustrated with the demo. But there you go. The screen kind of pulses whenever you get like a perfect dodge, which is really nice. So yeah, doors shut. They didn't follow me in here, which is cool to see. Kind of gives you like a little bit of fresh air to kind of recuperate and gather your surroundings and stuff like that, which is nice. I'm not sure if that's not going to be the case going forward. Maybe they'll be able to go through it, but we'll see. Of course, the explosions are super satisfying in this game. And so far, there's a decent amount of exploring, which is really nice. And it's definitely dark enough where I did not see that zombie at all. And so with the knife being more of a stab, I don't know how effective it's going to be like in combat. Because so far I wasn't super impressed with it. Here we go, got the hose. So that was kind of like the main item we had to get for the demo. And of course, just like 2, you'll be reading memos and letters and notes from some of the NPCs that are in the game. People that probably died and just left notes behind or whatever. And it kind of adds to the area that you're in, of items you can find and stuff like that. The demo is pretty nice about giving you ammo. I don't know how the full game's gonna be, but by the end of the demo, I had a lot of ammo. So here I wasted a lot of time because I didn't realize that we needed a different item. Because they had mentioned cutting it, so I was like, well, maybe the knife can work, but obviously it did not. We'll skip ahead a little bit after spending about 5 minutes trying to knife the chain. I was like, I don't think this is going to work anymore. Or at all, I should say.
This must be the subway company's offices. Huh, nothing.
Yeah, so at this point I just decided to move on. Obviously, now I know that I need some sort of item to cut the bolt. So I decided to go do some more exploring. This beautiful destroyed city. Obviously, so far, I mean, we've got some couple of repeats of zombie models, which is expected. They did that a lot in Resident Evil 2 and in most Resident Evil games. I mean, you can't necessarily do a model for every, like a different model for every zombie you encounter. It's just a little insane. But see, I mean, look how, I mean, it almost gives you no time. So I wasn't like 100% sure. At some point, I think I tried to hold the A button, but obviously that didn't work either. So it didn't give me a ton of time to tap A to try to escape. So that was a little frustrating. I really do love when like developers add, you know, a sense of like people used to live here, you know? Like obviously with the staircase they had, you know, stuff blocking it and furniture blocking it so the zombies could go. I really love stuff like that. Especially in horror games where, you know, obviously there's no one there. Everyone's dead or ran away. So it's nice to see, like, it kind of adds like a story, you know, to the environment. Like, what happened here, you know? See, once again, I don't know if my button mashing isn't fast enough. It was super frustrating at this point. And obviously, like, the shadow work in this game is, like, the lighting is so good. So again, I really wanted that shotgun, and I knew that I could get it Obviously, with it being in the demo, I mean, I didn't think they were just going to tease me with it, but I was like, where the heck is this item that I need? So this is where maybe exploring rooms you go into is a little bit... It definitely comes in handy, because I could have saved a little bit of time with the demo. But obviously, bolt cutters, now I can kind of make some progress with the game. But yeah, I was just kind of... I don't know, normally I'm pretty good at exploring, but I think I was just excited to play, and I just kind of missed that turn right there, that hallway. So obviously then now I know that the shotgun's ready for me to be used. Yes. The shotgun in Resident Evil games are always so damn satisfying. I just find it interesting that, like, regardless of what movement they're, like, direction they're going, like, their head is always facing you, which is kind of cool. This is where you gotta be kind of, like, aware of your surroundings. Like, I knew that he probably wasn't dead. Which is what's really cool about these games, is, like, you're never really safe. Or at least you never feel safe. So I don't know if, like, the mag is in this demo. I didn't think it probably was, but I just decided to discard it for favor of the shotgun shells. And there he is. Nemesis in all his glory, the main antagonist of the game. Yeah, he's super scary. I mean, he's huge. I mean, obviously Mr. X was, like, just so towering and, like, scary in Resident Evil 2, but Nemesis is so much faster. Then I realized I forgot the hose in the storage box, so I have to go back. But it doesn't seem like Nemesis chases you constantly so far in the demo. I'm still relatively safe. I mean, I expected that he would just constantly be chasing me, but that wasn't the case. So he may just be like in sections of the game, but like as soon as he drops, I mean, he's just coming straight at you. So I'm assuming that this probably is a safe room, because he doesn't actually follow you into the room. So it was confirmed that, I think there was like a rumor that there was no like quote unquote safe room where you couldn't be killed by Nemesis, but there is spots in the game where you can save but can get killed. But like the actual safe rooms are still safe, which is nice, because I mean, obviously with this game, you know, you're gonna be constantly chased, so it's nice to have like a little bit of a breather. So at this point I wasn't super impressed with the knife, so I just dropped it. So I couldn't tell if he followed me into that building or not. But I'm not sure if he did. But yeah, him just like falling is crazy. Got a nice perfect little dodge there, which is cool. And then Nemesis just constantly trying to take you down. And yeah, that is the demo. It was fun. I'm definitely gonna get the game. You know, like I said, I was a little frustrated with the, you know, tapping the A button and trying to escape the zombies. I don't know if I just wasn't doing it right or fast enough. I'm not really sure. But yeah, I mean, if you love Resident Evil 2, I mean, this is the game for you. Definitely check out the demo. And if you guys like videos like this where I kind of do, you know, voiceover after gameplay, because I played first and then, you know, I'm doing the voiceover. So if you guys like videos like this, just let me know in the comments below and I'll do more like this, because it's definitely I definitely do enjoy these style of videos, because you can kind of just focus on talking instead of playing,
You're all right.
Yeah, all right to stretch.
which is cool.
Stop and do what? I got your back. Go. Go!
Cloak sticky. You better hunt. Sorry.
Yeah, the game looks super nice though. But yeah, I appreciate everyone that watched, and you know, if you like this style of video, give a like, subscribe, comment down below, and I will see you guys in the next video.